you need a bag for weddings, you need bag for Western outfit, movie
And
night.
what made you think that you need a bag for every occasion? Like,
This is a girl thing. You need to style your outfit with a bag. I
Okay.
think it's incomplete look if you don't style your outfit with a bag.
what's the highest price you paid for the bag?
Close to 3 lakhs.
3 lakhs,
Okay.
yeah.
And are you really satisfied after buying it?
Yeah.
Because of the designs that they're offering and the purpose that it serves, I don't think there's any brand in this category that's catering to the needs. So,
And how does the brand value influence a lot in purchase?
When I'm carrying a bag which is literally on a high end, it gives me a little more confidence. Plus you feel, I don't know, I feel a next level confidence also. I really don't know why. It works for me.
And I think that is a very important part of my journey. I get very attached to each bag.
Welcome back to the Consumer Show. Today we are getting into the bags. Whether it's a luxury bags, designer bags or daily necessity. Let's get deep dive into our consumers, what type of bags they use and why do they choose them. You can introduce yourself and let us know what type of bags you use and how long have been using them.
Hi Uday, I'm Lakshmi. I'm a bag consumer and I've been exposed to bags from a very young age. When my dad's sister is a avid bag user, she would have a huge collection full of wardrobe, and when I was a kid, every time I used to look at that, and then that's how I got even exposed to designer bags as well. And she actually gifted me my first semi-designer handbag, which was Coach in my undergrad first year. And I don't think I think I always wore it everywhere. I was always wearing it everywhere. And then I got another Coach handbag in undergrad also, for when I transitioned from backpack to handbags for carrying books. And I think once after I moved to the US, the culture of handbags was much more there. All of us had disposable income and we couldn't buy gold or other accessories, so we were all spending on designers.
So like one thing I want to know, like what made your instinct to move towards designer bags than the normal backpack?
So I think after a certain age, backpacks don't go with all your outfits, especially when you're going to work. You need a handbag to carry your laptop and like your iPad.
And how do you decide I need a certain type of designer bag?
So basically so this particular one, when I went to Vegas for my friend's bachelorette, another friend had the exact same one. I liked it so much that's when I went and got it. And this one I got it because I liked the shape.
Okay.
And this again I like the shape. So basically if I like the shape, or this because it's Dior, nothing, no other reason. I like the Miss Dior bag, but it was pricier, so I just got this.
Okay. We'll come back to your bag specification. You can let us know your journey of becoming a consumer of bags.
So I'm Stuti, and the bags instinct has been in me from very childhood because my mom has a huge collection of bags. So earlier I used to use her bags, but as a consumer, if you ask me, I started bringing it up when I started earning, that is mostly post CA. The first bag which I bought was a tote bag because in that you can exactly carry your laptops, iPads. So there is a proper segmentation and you can carry it all over where it's stylish plus easy to take away in anywhere around. In college also I'm using the same bag. So that's the first bag I bought it, and after that there is no coming back. So you have a bag for every different occasions. So you need a bag for weddings, you need bag for Western outfit, movie
And
night.
what made you think that you need a bag for every occasion? Like
because I think as you change your outfits, you have to change your bags. There is a bag for every specific outfit. So you
and
can.
how come you ended up having this thought you need to have a bag for every occasion?
This is a girl thing. You need to style your outfit with a bag. I
Okay.
think it's incomplete look if you don't style your outfit with a bag.
Okay.
So for today, like I'm styling my outfit with this crossover body. If I would have used this handbag or maybe a beach bag instead, then it won't go up with this outfit, right?
Okay.
So you need a particular kind of a bag with a particular outfit.
And one interesting question, like do you also look at your wardrobe while you're choosing bags?
Yeah.
Because you look at the colors of your clothes as well as for the color of
Yeah,
a bag.
definitely. I definitely do it. But while I am going for a designer high-end luxury bags, then I usually go for some nude colors or something which goes with maximum number of outfits, because obviously that is more on a
Maximizing the price
yeah,
you're gonna buy.
maximizing the utility which I'm paying for that particular designer bag. So I would try rather to choose some sort of color which goes with maximum outfit. I won't choose some tacky color because I know that won't go out with maximum number of outfits.
Okay.
So
So
that
for you, your outfit colors your bag has to match the outfit colors. It's a major decision for you.
no, it's not particular matchy. It's like it should complement each other. So there is a difference between matchy and complementing.
Okay.
So like this bag is not matching my outfit, but it is
It's complementing.
complementing each other.
Okay.
So complementing is important.
Okay. And coming back to you, like both of you actually, how do you judge the bag? Do you judge by the functionality or the shape or else price? What's a bigger factor?
For me, it's the shape.
The shape
I
of
don't,
the bag.
I don't like repeating the shapes of handbags.
Okay.
For me, I think functionality is also a major role.
And
Like,
what do you mean by functionality? What do you look at?
I
it?
think when I'm like at least I could keep my phone and few other necessary accessories which I need while I am going out somewhere. That much it should actually hold. If it is not even holding that much, I won't buy that bag.
Actually, I agree with her. These days, there's micro bags,
Yeah, exactly.
which are this big, but $2,000-$3,000.
Okay.
I don't know why people are buying them.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't
won't
buy that.
I won't purchase that. I need some kind of a utility. So as a CA, I always look at an investment point of view. Like if I'm giving money, I need return in some point.
And how do you
Emotional
calculate
value.
return in bags? Like by how much functionality does it give
Yeah,
you?
yeah. Emotional value, functionality, everything.
How come emotional value comes here?
So you know, when you're buying a high-end luxury bands, na, you get attached to it.
Okay.
You won't believe it, but so I have 2-3 luxury high-end bag. One is Calvin Klein, one is Dior. So I just have 2-3. So I make sure that I did not even bought them in college, fearing that like I won't be able to take proper care over here. So I kept it back in my home. So I used to clean it every month, like every alternate month or maybe like that. I take out from the wardrobe and check whether it's in a correct condition or not. The leather is not torn away or the moisture have not attacked it. So these kind of emotional value gets attached.
And good thing you are brought up the luxury bags. How come you resonate with the expensive bags as well as the normal bags?
Well, I think I think normal bags have more utility as compared to luxury bag. But luxury
But you look at, like, for both of you buy normal bags just for utility and luxury bags for the perception or else.
perception, brand value, because so there is a different level of comfort when you carry a designer high-end luxury bag. Plus you feel, I don't know, I feel a next level confidence also. I really don't know why. It works for me. When I'm carrying a bag which is literally on a high end, it gives me a little more confidence as compared to, though you can carry it everything very well, but it gives you a lot more confidence when you're actually carrying a high-end bag. I think Lakshmi would be able to answer this.
So
Because I can see a lot
for
of
me,
luxury brands.
it's the other way around. My favorite bag, which I take care that the way Stuti said, is an Aldo bag, which is very beautiful, and I couldn't find a replacement of it. But I think you can find a replacement of all of these in like instantly. But that bag I could never find it, so I take very good care of it. And also, I use all kinds of bags because the collection in designer bags is very limited. The
Yes.
designs are very limited. If you see Charles and Keith, they have very innovative designs, very creative designs, and very stylish also. But I think these guys have to match up to the fast fashion space because they have very few designs.
Yeah.
Okay, so the question back to her, like, how do you see, like, when you see a normal brand, affordable price and the luxury bag, how do you compare? Do you compare?
No, I actually look at the bag itself. If the
Okay.
quality is good enough, like I said, I have lots of Charles and Keith bags also and Aldo bags also. If the quality is good enough and if the colors are flashy and shiny and stylish, then I go for it.
Okay. So, and here, what's your favorite bag here?
This is my favorite bag here because
Okay.
of
The shape.
Yeah, because of the shape. It opens, like it goes all the way like it's very easy to use.
Okay.
It opens a lot, like it has a lot of space also, and it looks very good with all colors. I felt, though this is greenish blue, it actually goes well with lot of colors.
And what's a bag you just bought for the brand perception?
Not for the brand perception, but I think this is very loud. I usually don't buy such big loud bags where the logo shows up so much, but I got this because I wanted a laptop bag, and especially in this shape from LV. This is an airport purchase actually. Where the price was relatively lower compared to outside stores, so I just wanted to buy something and I got it.
Impulsive
It
purchase.
is definitely an impulsive purchase.
And like you said you bought Gucci for just how come you bought the Gucci?
My friend had an exact same bag and I loved it so much when she wore it, so I got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so like one point interestingly, how does a brand perception, apart from that, how does a recommendation influence your purchases?
For me, recommendation influences a lot. Like when I'm seeing a model wearing a particular and how it is going it with a particular outfit, it is a kind of impulsive mind. You cannot resist yourself, and you instantly think yourself in her place,
Okay.
and you think, yeah, this is it. And bought many bags like that. Like I won't say designer bags. Designer bags I always prefer to buy after going to the outlet by checking having that feel, but styling bag I have bought it like this. Like many bags I've bought it like that.
Okay, and what's your favorite bag here?
So my favorite bag, which I use many times, is this one. This is a clutch. It goes almost with most of the Western outfits. So I love this bag because especially this eye, which you see, it keeps on watching you. So it's like that. So I really resonate with this bag as well. So it's my favorite clutch. I also got a lot of compliment for this clutch, though it's not a very expensive one, but this is my favorite one over here in this lot. And this is a beachy bag. I only use it when I go to beach.
Okay. And like how bag is your internal part of your lifestyle? How much you use bag? Like you said like for every matching outfit you use bag.
Yes.
Even for you it's the same.
I carry it more for utility. Like this one, it can hold passport, wallet, everything. So I carry this one when I'm traveling, and this one I'm going out for dinners, and that for all anything denim or Western. This is for laptop and such
Okay.
kind of.
Okay.
One thing I want to know, like when you buy a bag, what's the one thing you do? Like do you check with your outfits, or else do you review it, or like how do you see?
So I talk to all of my friends when I'm buying my bag. There are a few of my friends who are my reference style icons who are always on search. Any new bag that comes into the market, they know of
And
it.
how come you discover like whether it's a new bag, the new bags in the market or not?
When I was in San Jose, there was this mall called Westfield Valley Fair. It's the highest revenue making mall in whole of California. And I would just, on weekends, for step count and stuff like that, I would go walk and look at all the bags. Now I scroll on the websites. I go to the websites and just look at the new
So
collection.
you look at website, specified designer bag making websites.
Yes.
How often you visit those websites?
At least twice, thrice a week.
Oh, and how often you buy a new bag?
6 months.
6 months a new bag.
Yeah.
And how many bags you have currently?
I have close to 20 bags.
And how many are the designer bags?
Close to 11, 12.
Oh. And
Okay.
coming to you, like I have a different questions for you. Like one thing you said, like there are different type of bags. So what are the
Yes.
different type of bags you have?
So I have crossover body bags. I have bags which we can carry on beach. I have tote bags. I have bags which we can carry, or like backpack bags which you can carry for picnics and all. Clutches I have which goes out with Western outfits and Indian outfits, few Indian outfits. So clutch bags also have a demarcation. It's like some are glittery clutch bags which actually generally goes with Indian wears, and this one which goes well with the Western outfits. So these are mostly big 5-6 segmentation which you have. And then yeah, there is one more bag which I recently bought from Bali. That is that white woven bag which you can carry it. It's very Balinese style bag.
Okay.
It's my current favorite, though I did not get a chance to use it, but I really wish to buy it. I don't have it currently over here, but that's my recent favorite.
And tell me, what's the one bag if you want to remove? Which one will you remove?
I think I'll remove the big one.
Why?
Because I think I am pretty much okay with small bags as of now. So for laptops, I usually prefer to have a sleeves these days. So I'm okay. My utility is getting fulfilled by carrying these small bags. I think it is more handy. You can hold your small accessories, whatever, in this bag, and you can just hold your laptop in the sleeves. So I will prefer removing this because I think there is too much to carry in one side. So I'll prefer small bags and a sleeve.
Okay, and you, if you want
I
to
would replace this because I've been on a hunt for a professional woman's bag, and there's a huge market gap in that area.
Okay.
Because all the professional women's bag where you can hold a laptop, especially for business women, there are very few designs, and all the designs look very manly.
Okay.
They don't look girly at all. I've seen Mont Blanc and I've seen
Yeah.
Bottega. No designer has a good bag in that space.
Okay.
I think they all should work on it.
Yeah.
And tell me, what's the unusual feature you got from a bag after you're buying it, or else before you thought that's unusual?
So there, I bought a bag in my college days. It was a backpack, but it can be turned into a handbag. So that was a unique feature which I actually discovered. Oh, okay, a backpack can be turned into a handbag. So usually at that time, since I told you I don't have that much pocket money, so what I used to do in Indian wear, I used to convert it into handbag. And when I was wearing Western, I used to carry it as a backpack.
Oh.
So it was giving me double utility
What
at
was
a
the
price
brand?
of. So I think it was a normal brand only. I think it was Baggett. Yeah, it was Baggett.
Okay. For you, any bag you found unusual?
Actually, my husband's office bag,
Okay.
I found it unusual.
Why?
It has metallic handles which you can push inside.
Okay.
And you can wear it on the side. He doesn't use it that way though, but the metallic handles that you can hold with, they go inside, and it actually looks very cool.
Okay. And like, what's the highest price you paid for the bag?
This one my husband paid. I think it's
You're trying to cover it up, actually.
it's a birthday gift, and I think he paid 3,500 euros or dollars. Not exactly
You
sure.
convert it into Indian rupees, how much it's going
Close
to
to 3 lakhs.
3 lakhs,
Okay.
yeah.
2.8 to 3.
be? And are you really satisfied after buying it?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I like the color, and
Sorry,
so
how? I should say, ask for how, not why. You can pick up the bag and
So here the metal, even if it chips off, it's gold inside. I think
Okay.
I like that fact about this. And bags are usually, especially if you go for designer, that's how much they at least cost.
They are
Okay.
at least cost.
So right now it's all only on the higher end of this price because the prices keep increasing very often. So yeah.
And what's the highest price you're willing to pay for a bag? Designer bag specifically.
Right now I wouldn't pay more than 5 or 6 lakhs. I wouldn't definitely not pay more than 5 or
Okay.
6.
For you?
For me as a student, I think I can't pay like on my own money.
In general, as a consumer, not.
In general, in consumer, I think as per my purchasing power, I think not more than 2 lakhs for sure.
Okay.
Not more than, because I feel like I always think from an investment perspective. So if it is a limited edition bag and I know I can resell it later on, like if your utility also gets decreased as you hold a bag for a longer period of
Yeah.
a time. So if you don't wish to carry it anymore and I can resell it and it's a limited edition bag and I can get an appreciation on it, then definitely I can pay a higher price for it, more like 4 or 5 lakhs I am ready to pay for it. But if not, then not more than 2 lakhs for sure, because I don't want to block a huge chunk of money on a thing like bag, like which of course will just give me an emotional value but no
Okay. And does bags reflect your personality? Do you think that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I also
How
agree.
come? Can you define in one line?
It shows your taste, like the
Yeah.
way how you wear your clothes. I think your bag also
Yeah,
reflects your
exactly.
Okay.
taste.
And how does branding affects the personality perception towards you?
It's on how the other person sees,
Yeah,
right? Not
it's
on how we see.
yeah.
I've seen that.
No, how brands I'm saying, like how brands present themselves as a, like, you know, certain personality, certain
Yeah.
persona. Do you do you get sold for those perceptions? For, or in that case, do you have you got
Not
sold?
necessarily, but I use a Lululemon fanny pack for running, which has an athletic look to it,
Perception.
obviously, because it's from Lululemon. On that scale, yes, but not on the deeper level, like how the people think Dior is classy, how people think Gucci is at one time for older people, but I don't think that perception carries here, at least in India or
So
in
it's
Hyderabad.
basically more of a color design, and how the utility and the function and the shape of the bag matters a lot than the branding part.
Of course, these all comes primary, but yeah, brand also matters.
Brand is a undercore line. After
Yeah.
brand, all these things.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Same. Do you agree with it?
I only look at the bag. So, like I said, even Charles and Keith has very good designs, which is a bag that
No,
I use
imagine
regularly.
you went into a local vendor shop, you find the same exact bag like Gucci. Will you compare, or else will you just
If it
buy?
is a replica, I wouldn't buy. But if it is a unique design that they have and has good quality, then I would buy.
Okay.
So
I do street shopping also. I do buy bags as long as the quality. Like the problem with the ones on
How
the
do you
street,
judge quality?
it shows in the metal actually. It shows in the metal and it shows
Yeah.
in the straps.
And
It,
yeah, and especially the leather part, you know, like if it's a local street wala thing, na, it will wear off within
Yeah.
2-3 months, and you can just touch and feel it's not pure leather, it's leatherite or something like that, and you can make it out. And there is no point purchasing those kind of a bags, because because there are so many bags. The chance of using that one particular bag comes maybe in years or maybe like in months. So if you just keep it like that and it will wear it off, then there is no point of collecting it as well.
Yeah.
So buy it something which you can hold it for a longer period of a time.
Okay. Thank you. Lakshmi, here we have Anisha. Anisha, you can let us know what type of consumer you are and how you discovered into your bags journey, and now where do you stand as a consumer?
So I think once when I was in college, I had to go give a presentation at this very big corporate office. And I was standing there, and I had my very nice college backpack. Like
Backpack.
Amazon basics. I was like looking like an odd person out. It was very obvious that I was a college student. That's when it kind of hit that, okay, there is a reason that people don't carry these bags to office. Then when I started working,
What's the reason people don't carry these bags to office?
I think it says something about you, how put together you
Personality.
look, what personality, how much thought you've put into things. So it's a layer of like refinement over your overall look. So when I started working, even then I don't think I'd gotten into the whole thing very nicely. I was taking one of my sister's bags just so I was looking a little more professional. Then slowly I started seeing other people's bags and I was like, I have to get something like that. And that's when I got one of my first bags, which was a Alan Solly black tote bag. So that's where it kind of started. And that was, even then I was still very much focused on the functionality part of it. But I think slowly I started to see a little bit more of a aesthetic aspect to it. But still, I think for me, a bag becomes sort of like a staple. Like it's something that I will use every day. For example, this bag I carry every day to college. I mean, to classes and everything. And it becomes sort of like a part of my personality. Like people should be able to see that bag somewhere and be like, okay, this is Anisha's bag, which I've seen happen in girls and all. Like
How can you differentiate within a good bag or a bad bag? You said aesthetics, right? Like how do you differentiate the certain bag has a good aesthetics or bad aesthetics? You can look at Lakshmi's bag and say which is a good one or bad one.
I don't think it's in terms of good or bad. I think it's how it fits with you. For example, I have like a very standard staple side of thing, like classic. I will wear the same like shoes. I will have the same bags. It will be like a staple for me. I don't switch them out very often. Or even if I do, they kind of fall into like the same rhythm. They have like similar textures, similar colors, similar shapes. So it becomes sort of like a personality to personality thing. Like Lakshmi's bag, of course, are very, very
So
beautiful.
if you
very
have to
aesthetic.
judge her bags, how much rating do you give to each and every bag?
I mean, I will, the LV bag, of course, I will give like 9 out of 10. 9 because it's black.
You can look at and like see
Because
check the
it's,
functionality actually.
yeah, it is just very functional, right?
Yeah, it is. It's huge.
It's huge, and the straps are really nice. And you can hold it, you can put
Wear
it on
it
your
on the
shoulder and
Yeah.
everything. Functionality wise, it's great.
Mhm.
Personally, I don't go with the logos
Yeah.
on the bags, but 9 or 10 for that, just for
Okay.
the logo.
For other bags,
Uh, even I think the Dior bag really goes with what I see as Lakshmi's aesthetic.
okay. So let's get to like your journey first. Like your journey has been first for the perception.
Yeah.
How people in a corporate had a perception and how you bought your first bag. Do you have your first bag you have?
No, I don't think that survived after the first year.
Okay. And later, how you discovered other bags and how you
Because,
judged?
one of the reasons that it did not survive, like I mentioned, I take one thing and I love it so much that I will use it every single day
Okay.
till it like disintegrates. And I think that is a very important part of my journey. I get very attached to each bag.
Okay.
For example,
Attachment in the sense?
because of how much I use it, each bag has a lot of memories attached. For example, this bag, I don't get to use it a lot here, but back in Bombay, I would take it to every like dinner, every place that I would go with my friend, to movies, when I was out for a
Because
drive.
it's flashy and all.
It's not flashy, I would say, but it's like it's perfect. The size is perfect. It's not heavy. I have like a sling attached to it. It goes with everything. So I would take it everywhere with me, and now I always have those memories with this bag. Like all those good times with my friends in my car.
Okay.
All of that is there.
So,
So
like,
I get attached.
It's something unique, like because most of the times memories are attached to different aspects, not to the bag in
Yeah,
general.
yeah.
So how come you like attached to the bag? Because can you define it more precisely?
I think it also comes with, a habit. It becomes habitual that you're using this bag. You know exactly where your bottle goes in the bag. You know exactly where things go. So when it becomes so habitual, you don't even have to think about it. You just kind of take things out.
Okay.
And so when it becomes like such an important part of your day only, and it becomes such an important part of your activities with other people, it becomes very, I don't know how to say,
It becomes a
nostalgic.
subconscious memory of like your
It becomes
moments
nostalgic, which is why I'm not very attached to my work bags as much, but like my sling bags that I take outside, or these
you had.
bags.
What type of bags you have and how many bags you have?
I have 6 bags, 6 to 8 bags. Let's say 3 sling bags,
Mm-hmm.
2 tote bags, 2 backpacks, and 1 of these, 1
Okay.
handbag.
Okay. And how do you like buy a new bag frequently?
So, like I said, I use my bag so much that
How often do you buy?
only I will buy once one bag has like, I have to stop using it because it's falling apart.
Okay.
So maybe once in 2 years.
Oh.
So I bought one when I came to ISP because my office bag was dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like I have interesting moment here. So Lakshmi is a most of a designer bags.
Yeah.
You're more of a utility.
Yeah.
Lakshmi, if you want to pitch one of the bag to her, which one will you pick and try to pitch her and sell her the bag?
I'll
Okay.
take all bags.
Really?
I
Even
would
if we had a discount.
I'd pitch this bag because it looks like she doesn't like to carry big bags because they're heavier, and also when you're carrying on your shoulders.
She has a lot of big bags. Like
But based on what she said, that she likes that one the most and highest utility
Okay.
for that one, right? So this one would be perfect for you for traveling because you can just pull your passport
Yeah.
out, no zip, and at the same time things won't fall out because you can tighten this out.
Actually, the zip thing, I actually really like zips on bags. One
Oh, you
thing
like
is,
zips on bags?
Yeah.
so she
but
rejected your bag.
it's just that when I used to drive, and a lot of times this happened where I had a bag that might fall off my of the
Oh.
seat, and things would just like spill out, and I wouldn't realize it till I was at work or I was at some place, and then I would have to hunt between the car seat. So zips are something like functionally I've realized are important, except this bag doesn't have one right
But
now.
they restrict the shape.
Yeah, they do restrict the shape. You have to kind of balance that out.
Okay,
Yeah.
so like if she pitches her, you can pitch her and sell her actually.
See, you can close it and things won't actually come out and fall.
Mhm.
And you can put your wallet in, and also all your keys and everything fits in. It's actually, it opens up to be a
Yeah.
very big bag, but also when
It
you
looks
close
very
it, the shape is very
compact.
pretty.
Yeah, I agree. Do
It's a
they make
bucket
it in
bag.
black?
Yeah, they do. They do.
Okay, it's like how much price it is?
I feel I don't want to know.
No,
But without price, how will you buy?
I want to be delusional.
I think this is not exactly sure. 300 or 400 euros.
Okay, how much? Like I don't know, 300 400 euros into Indian rupees.
30,000, 40,000.
Are you willing to buy?
At this moment, I would not personally buy. My budget is maximum like 10,000.
So like when you say budget is like, you know, you're not willing to pay for a bag more than 10,000.
Not yet. Not right now.
Okay.
I think, so I've realized I've found a lot of Indian brands, like this is Miragio. Both of these are Miragio bags. They look and they feel really premium, but they're not that expensive. Like, so I'm good with that at the moment. I mean, I understand the appeal, and I know eventually I would want to invest in that kind of thing, but right now that's not where I'm at.
Okay. So she has a
Actually,
willing.
even me, I never bought designer shoes or clothes because I don't like spending money on them. I really like handbags, so I don't mind spending on handbags. But I've never bought designer shoes or clothes or anything else.
Okay. So one thing I want to do here, it's a kind of a play. So she has willing to pay for more bags, but now she's becoming more consumer. If you want to convert her into more of a designer bags and a luxury bags, what's a like, you know, tell me 2-3 things you say her to convince and become a early consumer of a luxury bags or a designer bag. You can pick up any of your bag and tell her what does it reflects and what does it showcase more of her personality and improve her perception.
So since you like the classy models, this will stay with you for the next 15-20 years at
That's
least.
true. I think that means a lot to me. Because the memories thing.
Okay.
Yeah, and it would actually last. So you wouldn't see any wear and tear.
Yeah.
The leather won't come off, and even if the metal chips off, it's still gold inside, so that that didn't change. And also, when you actually look at the value you get out of it for the money you spend, because these bags last much longer, it would sustain it would make the balance, I guess.
So you're pitching more of a functionality, not the brand.
That's how I see a bag.
Okay.
I think I see them in both ways. I
Do you-
see
do you-
the,
do
I
you-
see the brand
If
value.
you want to buy this bag, do you look at the brand or the functionality?
Personally, I see the brand value. I won't deny it. It's just I don't like loud logos, of course, but I see it. I see it in the quality. I see it in. I think, like I mentioned, it becomes a part of your personality. So, like Stuti mentioned, you kind of have more confidence about it. You have you feel more put together. So, in that sense, I see the brand value. I might not see it in the terms of logos or anything like that, but in terms of your own perception of it, makes a difference.
So same exact shape, very similar design except for the texture. There's in Fendi also, but that was, I think, I mean, both of them feel the same to me. It doesn't matter if it is a Dior or a Fendi. Same
Okay.
feels. the
But like
same.
one thing, like after an establishment of themselves in the market, you look at their functionality and design. But a normal vendor, street vendor who wants to make his own bags and try to sell to you, what's the one thing they have to make it right?
Quality.
Quality.
Yeah, I agree. Like you have, back in Bombay, you have these smaller shops
Yeah.
in Dharavi that
Yeah,
make
yeah.
these very good quality
Leather bags.
leather. The leather
Yeah.
is so good that you would spend on those even though they are not branded.
Yeah.
I want to compare two places here. One is Ambur, which is near Vellore. It is known for its leather.
Okay.
So when I was in VIT, I used to go there to see the leather handbags. They actually supply to very high-end designers in Italy also from Ambur.
Okay.
So there, the quality was good, but they were not good with the designs.
Oh.
So, and the other places, let's say Rome also has a lot of street shopping places for handbags where the leather is good and the design is also good. But again, when it comes to the metallic parts of the handbag, it shows that it is not of a good quality, though the leather was good.
So basically, brands accumulate all those things
Together.
from one place a leather and one place a metal, and then make it a good designer bags to sell you.
Yes.
Okay. And like one thing, like what's a functionality or anything which you want to change in bags? Which one are you willing to change?
A lot of bags. I've had a few tote bags, and all of them have had really like thin straps. So my shoulder gets ruined for months at a time.
Okay.
Because, of course, personally, I don't like to take backpacks to work, or even here also, I try not to take backpacks to class. Just for my, I know it's an aesthetic thing, I know it's not a functional thing, but then I do feel it after a few days that my shoulder is feeling like it hurts.
Okay.
And I have to remind myself that shoulders are important. It's more important than looking a certain way. So for a few days, then I'll carry this backpack, which
Okay.
also I think looks very refined. But then I'll go back to the tote bag.
Would you?
Yeah, like I said, there's a huge gap in women professional
Yeah.
office bag space. They have to come up with better designs and better utility as well.
Okay. Yeah. And like one thing, like what's highest price you paid for the bag? Not her, you. She paid like much more higher.
So personally, I bought this one myself. This was 4,900,
Okay.
and that was, I think, 10% off on it. I was like, yeah, let's go. So that's the most that I've paid. But I stole my sister's Michael Kors bag. That's around 50, 40, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you want to buy any of these bags, like which one will you buy? That one will you buy?
Yeah, but I can't afford that. I wouldn't spend that much on it right now. But in the future, I would definitely, that's exactly the type of bag I would invest in.
Okay. Aryan, you can just let us know what type of consumer you are and what type of bag specifications you look at and why you bought this bag.
This was something I bought pre-ISB. I'd come across, so this is Mokowara. This is something I'd come across a lot on social media. They're doing some really great work. So that would come up on my feed again and again.
Okay.
And when you look at the design of the bag, it's quite premium, quite, it's subtle yet premium. So that's something when I was coming
What
to
made you
ISB.
feel premium?
See the overall leather that you see and the overall design. It's subtle, but it looks, if you look at it, it looks like, okay, it's a nice bag. So I feel good when I'm wearing it. So that was one of the factors. And the price range was also decent, not too cheap, but not too expensive as well. So something that I could, go ahead and buy as well.
Okay.
So that was.
Then like how like before it was more of a content they are showing and what are the specification design you bought it. After buying, what's the one thing you felt satisfied and dissatisfied about the bag?
There's no such dissatisfaction. I got what I was looking for. One thing is that, the space inside is quite crammed up. I was using Super Dry before this. So, we'll all be using backpacks back in school and then in college. So, Super Dry was my go-to bags before this. But I was still looking for, something premium after using Super Dry for a few years. And that something wasn't there in the market. So, all those bags, any backpack you'll see, if you don't go to the premium segment, all of them are very similar. They would be sporty. But that wasn't something that I was looking for. And then Mokowara, that it's solving that purpose as well.
The design aspect.
It's bringing design and elegance into everyday backpacks. So elegance is the word I'll use. The others would
what
be
do you
nice.
mean by elegance? Like what is it a specific feature or else
So
functionality?
feature wise, this is it works well. It has space for my laptop. It has space for a couple of notebooks or diaries that I would want to keep. It has space for chargers or any gadgets that I have. But it's also very chic in the sense that you look at it and there's nothing standing out. It's black. That's the color that I would want to. It comes in a lot of colors, so that depends on an individual's preferences. Black is something that I wanted to go ahead with because that would work with anything that I'm wearing as well. So black, it's there.
It's most of the boys
Yeah.
prefer black. So like tell me like what's the highest price you're willing to pay for any bag?
For any bag.
A backpack or travel bag or
So
anything?
I'm a student right now, so I don't know how much I can. But the max I've paid is I got my mom a bag when she turned 50. So I was working, in a corporate setting back then. So that was somewhere around 40-50K that I spent.
Okay.
So that's the maximum I have paid out of my own money that I was earning.
Okay. And which, like, what are the specifications you have seen while picking up that bag?
So when I went to pick the bag for my mom, that was the first time I entered the world of bags, so to say, because I hadn't gone ahead or accompanied my mother or my sister for any purchases before that.
Yeah.
That was the first time I stepped to buy a bag, and I went alone as well.
Okay.
So that was a whole new experience.
Eye-opener.
Sorry?
It's kind of eye-opener feeling.
I knew how expensive they are, but I didn't know how you go ahead and select them. So I would rely on my own, sense of aesthetics or what I would personally find good if I'm looking to buy it for myself. That's the same logic I used it, but I put a women's POV onto it.
Okay.
And I also asked a couple of friends. I took advice from my sister. So I entered Emporio. I went to these 3-4 stores that are there. And the one where I found that, this looked like value for money. But brand was something that I was...
Conscious of.
I was conscious of. I was putting a little more importance towards brands because I was gifting to my mom on her 50th birthday.
And
so I wanted it to feel
which
like.
brand you picked?
So I got a Tory Birch. That was the first time I was hearing of that brand. So I didn't know. My sister was like, go ahead and buy a Tory Birch. I told her there's no such brand. I've never heard of it. I'm gonna go get a Coach or a Kate Spade Coach, Michael Kors. That was what I'd heard, and that was what. I mean, there's also the Gucci and Prada, but that wasn't something that was fitting in my budget based on what I was willing to spend. So in these brands, I only knew about Coach, Michael Kors, all these. But then, my sister told me about Tory Burch. Then a friend I asked, she also suggested that, Tory Burch is quite in these days.
Okay.
So I went to the store, I was like, oh yes, this actually looks worth it as well. So the design was quite good. It was standing out. And it fit in the budget as well, so that's how I decided to make the purchase.
So he know how now he know how did he purchase.
Yeah.
If you want to pitch something to her sister, which one will you pitch and why?
So over here, I have mostly mid-range bags. I have not put any designers bag. So I definitely feel if he goes by utility and more you can carry, you should definitely go by this bag because I think the utility is quite sufficient. You can carry your phones, your daily use accessories, your cosmetics, like touch-up cosmetics, everything in this bag. Plus it has a very unique design. Like so I think it pretty much goes with all ages. Like your sister can carry, your girlfriend can carry, your mom can carry. So pretty much in all Western where you can carry it as a clutch, plus it also has a sling. You can carry it as a sling as well. So I would.
And how much you're willing to pay for it?
So if I'm buying it for my sister or mother, I don't think they would be in this. If I can use it, I would I would get it for myself. I like things that kind of stand out.
Okay.
I don't mind going for loud things if they're pleasing aesthetically, or it's like, oh, this is a nice one, it looks cool. But I don't think I can carry this, can
so,
I?
You can definitely try.
Yeah.
You can definitely. I think it will be a trendsetter.
Yeah.
You should try it.
Maybe. So you should give it to
Especially
me.
in the college.
You should give it to me for free to test it out.
Okay, you can take it a trial for a week or so.
Okay. One thing I noticed, like a lot of new bags which are coming up, they are trying to give a lot of functionality as well as a design. So, but in your aspect as well as his aspect, it's more of functionality and the design. But in a functionality and design, what's the one thing you want to improve and what's the one thing you don't want in a bags?
So personally for me, the way I make purchases, I don't know if it's the best way as well. I sometimes compromise on the functionality if it looks nice.
Okay.
So that's the way my brain functions. In this case, this was actually the most functional backpack that I've seen. It also has this, I wish I could show you. So there's this compartment that it has.
Yeah.
So if you're traveling, let's say I'm going to the airport, I can put this on this sleeve on on my suitcase as well.
Okay.
So that makes it very easy to carry. Even inside, there's a compartment for bottle. There's a phone sleeve over here that I can put my phone on. So that makes it very functional for me. I don't think like any backpack that I'd used before this was this functional. There'd be the normal, college backpacks that you would have. They'd look nice, but still they won't have any such functionality that you can go over and above.
Okay.
So this is like good functionality wise as well. The only problem that I mentioned is it's cramped for space inside. The first time I was coming to my college for like leaving for MBA, so I couldn't put a lot of stuff that I was used to putting in my backpack. So I put a laptop, a couple of chargers and a bottle, and this was full. So then I figured out a way now to best or optimize. I'd cover the charger in a manner that it takes as little space as
Okay.
possible. So that's made me more organized in a sense. So I can fit in more stuff into this single backpack. So
And how does the brand value influence a lot in purchase?
a lot, to be honest, because like I said, I was using Superdry or similar backpacks before this, but I didn't want to so those brands, because I'd been using it for quite some time, they weren't out of the ordinary for me. Now Mokovara in itself, it's a new age brand. They're building for India in India, so that nationality things also comes into play. You don't get
Subconsciously,
subconsciously. I mean, I want to make such purchases, but you don't have such brands coming out of India. So anyway, I have to go out and resort to foreign brands. So if an Indian brand is doing so well, it's if we talk about the price, it's probably priced 2x of what you'd spend for a normal backpack that I would for a normal backpack. It's quite expensive in that sense because it's not that well established as well in terms of the brand sense. But because of the designs that they're offering and the purpose that it serves, I don't think there's any brand. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there's any brand in this category that's catering to the needs right now.
And what the functionality thing which
For me, the main functionality is space. I need sufficient space so that my phone and like touch-up things could get inside the bag. And
no, I'm asking the functionality in the backpacks.
Oh, okay. The functionality, like I think I don't look after that very much. I think I can put everything in one pocket and still able to find it. I don't need separate zips for every particular thing, like he mentioned. Though I like this bag very much. If given a choice, I would definitely go for it, because for a airport look, I can say when you have to carry your laptop and everything, it's a very pretty much decent bag, and given the utility he has given, I'm definitely sold for it.
But will you wear this bag and also have another sling bag or something?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
Definitely not. This is not styling. This will make you look more messy and cumbersome. So either of one goes. Like either and when
But will you choose sling bag or this bag?
when I'm going to airport, I will definitely choose the backpack, because you have laptops, iPad, which you need to carry for security check-in and all, and I think it will fit more perfectly in those bags, and plus everything will not come in my one shoulder, and plus there is a utility of putting that in that baggage, that trolley as well.
Exactly.
So definitely I'll go for that bag.
You can probably put your sling inside this.
Okay.